Well, hello, Scorpio sun signs. Welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I am very happy that you, or I should say that the universe has brought you to this video in which we are going to look at and do a life check-in. Now, this video is the Zodiac reading for the month of September. However, it is good until July, oh my goodness, till January 1st. I'll be doing this video 3 times a year, this particular spread. So, anyway, before we get into that, what I mean by a life check-in, we're going to look at career. We're going to look at money, love, health, spirituality. And we're going to do that from the tarot deck. Then we're going to draw one card about some negative energy that could be presenting itself. And then we're going to pull one card from the crystal deck saying, talking about maybe some energies that you can work with. All right. Before we get started, though, one thing I would like to ask is if you would consider subscribing to my channel. If you do, thank you very much in advance. The YouTube formula is real, and it is based off number of subscribers. And the other attributes I've been doing pretty good on. Subscribers is really, really, really difficult to obtain. So if you would consider subscribing, I would appreciate it. You can turn off notifications. That will not offend me. I get it. I don't want my phone blowing up either. Also, if you find this video helpful, thumbs up. Parker will love that. Parker's my spiritual German Shepherd, for those of you who are new to the channel. You may hear her in the background. All right, so anything else, comments below, or not in the comments below, description below, and you can find all kinds of information there. So make sure you read the description at the end of the video, because there's a lot of information there that I'm not going to go over in this video. All right, so really quickly, I wanted to talk about whether this reading resonates or not with you, Scorpio. Now, please remember this video, and I'm not a good shuffler, by the way, so my apologies on that. This video is for anybody with the sun sign of Scorpio, and when I do my readings, I always connect to whoever I'm doing the reading for, connect to their energy. And with this, I connect to Scorpio energy, but it's not necessarily going to resonate with every Scorpio on the face of this earth. If that is the case and it doesn't resonate with you, don't get frustrated. You can do two things. You can either come back to the video later on. Like I said, this will be good until I do it again in January. Or you can always go to yournaturalhealer.com, go to services, and you can always sign up for a personal reading. You can also email me at Tammy at yournaturalhealer.com. Say, hey, Tammy, I'm interested in a reading, and then we can talk, okay? If it does resonate with you, I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart, take a deep breath in, and say, yes, I claim this for myself, okay? And then we'll get started. For those of you, again, that aren't familiar with my channel, my readings are authentic. I don't pull the cards in advance to make this warm, fuzzy reading. Whatever I draw, that's what I tell you. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to tell you, you're going to get hit by a bread truck on the second Tuesday of next week, But if you get a card that's saying something like, you need to be careful or something like that, I might just say, hey, keep your eyes open, look both ways before crossing the street, don't walk under any ladders, all that kind of good stuff. What was I was going to say? I was going somewhere with that and I got way off tangent. Oh, about my readings, that they're authentic. They're not edited. So like I said, you may hear Parker. Every now and then you might hear my husband. He tries to stay pretty quiet when he knows I'm recording. So that's it. So let's get this party started, Scorpio. And I'm a fellow water sign as well. I'm a Cancerian. My mom, she was Scorpio. I know Scorpios get a bad rep. But the Scorpios I've come in contact have been pretty cool. So maybe it's because I'm a fellow water sign. Who knows? All right, let's talk about career first. Whoops. And I'm sorry, I do have a tendency of hitting my camera. So I apologize in advance. And you got Judgment for career. All right, Judgment energy. All right. The universe wants you to know that you are being judged at work. Okay? And you're going, huh? And again, you most likely, for some of you, I would say maybe 20% of you know it, but the other 80%, you're not. You're being watched, you're being judged on your performance. You might even be up for a promotion that you don't even realize, or they might be watching you to determine if they want to give you a raise or something to that effect. But they are watching you not for a nefarious reason. This is for a very good reason, okay? So don't think that, people are, out there being creepers. That's not the case. This is for a good thing. So the universe just wants you to be mindful, okay? Don't be something you're not, like, well, that scared me. Don't be something you're not. For example, I worked for a county government years ago, one of the worst jobs I ever had. It was easy, but the powers that be were so political, and if you weren't a butt snorkeler, you weren't getting nowhere. So anyway, I was applying for a promotion. I was the one who was, because I knew that there was only 3 people applying, and of the 3 people applying, I was the one that I had all the check marks, okay? And I was told by my supervisor at the time, there was a lady who worked in the office that worked directly under it was the deputy director of finance. They worked underneath them, and the deputy director did not like this lady because this lady, or she didn't work under her. She worked under the director. She was the director's assistant. So the deputy director didn't like it that she had no control over this lady. So this lady was a friend of mine, and my boss told me, you might want to watch who you talk to around the office and who you hang out with, because it's going to affect you're getting the promotion. And I'm like, what kind of crap is that? You can't dictate to me who my friends are. Just because you don't like somebody, doesn't mean that I have to dislike them because I work for you. And secondly, they knew I'm super honest and that I wasn't one to gossip and things like that. So it wasn't like I was going to go run to this person and tell them everything. So I thought that was really crappy. So, that's not the type. So my point with that is the universe wants you to be very mindful of how you're presenting yourself. Okay. I'm not saying you need to go out and buy, a wardrobe that you would never wear and things of that nature. But if you've been slacking off at work, like if you've been on your cell phone a lot, be careful of that because you're being watched. They're not looking at the clothes you wear or how much makeup you wear or whatever, or your haircut. They're looking at performance. And if they see you're on your phone all the time, you're not going to get the promotion. So pick up any slack. If you've been kind of goofing off a little bit, let's put the goof off to the side. Everybody goofs off a little bit at work. Put the slacking aside and get busy, because this is going to be a really great opportunity for you. Okay. All right. That's really good. If you pay attention to that, you're going to get that promotion or raise. All right. The next card we're going to look at is money. And I'm curious to see what this card says. Oh, the Sun. Okay. You've gotten 2 major arcana cards, and major arcana cards, there's 22 of them, and they are more about like your life events. And then the minor arcana cards, those are like all the details in between. But the Sun is a really very good card as far as money. So Don't be slacking off. Pay attention. Just do your job and you're going to get that promotion or raise. But the sun is saying that you are going to be in a very, 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 very good place financially. However, as you move into this space, you might have some hidden debt. And I'm not saying it's debt like you're hiding from your spouse or something like that. Something that you're not aware of that may come up and you go, oh crap, like, I don't know, maybe a medical bill from years ago that you thought your insurance paid, but for some reason your premiums weren't paid, so you're now responsible for it. Something to that effect. So make sure you're putting away a little bit of money, saving for that rainy day, because I do think that something is going to surface. But overall, you're going to be in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. Now, do remember, life is a duality. Just because you're moving into a good space financially, normally what happens, we get raises, and at first we're feeling like we're living large. And then the next thing you know, you're living paycheck to paycheck again because you're now accustomed to having these extra things. So then you try to get another promotion. So again, up and down, you're riding high, right? You're moving into a space where you're going to be riding high. Okay. So enjoy it, but make sure you save some of your money. Okay. If you need to speak with a financial planner, do that. Okay. But good stuff, Scorpio. All right, let's talk about love, which everybody loves talking about love. And you guys got the 8 of Swords. All right, not a great card, but not horrible. If you're in a relationship, I think that you're going to be moving into a little bit of a bad space. Now, I'm not talking bad space like breakups or cheating and things of that nature. Remember, relationships, just like we talked about with the money, ups and downs. I've been with my husband, we've been together for almost 32 years, and we've had our share of ups and downs. You take the good and the bad. That is life. That is part of being human. However, I don't want to call you a drama llama, but it's not as bad as it seems. Your perception is, I would say, 90% of the issue here. Okay. So if you find that you feel like you're in a really bad place and that you're feeling like, oh, this is the end, and okay, you're being a little dramatic. And with this card, you see this lady has these swords that look like they're going to be stabbing her, but she's got blindfolds on. All she needs to do is take the blindfolds off, and then she can take a step forward and she's not going to get all stabbed up in the back. All right. Same with you. Take this blindfold off and really look at the situation and look at your part in it and look at how you're overreacting. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is not as bad as it seems. And like I said, it's going to be probably something so ridiculous, like, who's controlling the remote control? And then it turns into this, oh, he doesn't love me. Oh, come on. Okay. So, we don't need to be so dramatic. Oh, this freaked me out. The candle ran out. All I saw was smoke. I was like, oh my God, I set my place on fire. There we go. So as I said, and I'm not trying to blame you. I'm not saying that anything's your fault. I'm just saying that you're making a mountain out of a molehill. So you find yourself in that situation. You need to take a step back. Reassess, meditate, definitely meditate, take some time to yourself. And if you find yourself in an argument or getting agitated, we can always do two things. We can react or we can respond. When we react to something, we don't think. It's like when you're driving and somebody slams on their brakes in front of you and you have to hurry up and slam on your brakes. You're not thinking. You just see them red lights, you're getting close, and you do it, okay? Where reacting is differently. Reacting means that we take time to think about something, okay? And that's what you want to do here with your relationship. If you're finding that you guys are getting into a bad patch or having an argument about something, don't react to your significant other. Respond. Take some time, collect yourself, collect your thoughts, then talk to them. Okay? And if you still feel you can't, then maybe a good option is maybe some type of counseling. You could do individual or group, couples counseling, but it's not as bad as it seems. So now, for those of you who are single, my single Scorpios, y'all need to work on that solar plexus. Okay. That solar plexus is blocked. Okay. You guys, you've had relationships, you're in and out, but you are waiting for Prince Charming to come along, sweep you off your feet, and to make everything in life perfect. Well, first of all, that's not the job of your significant other. They're not coming into your life to make your life perfect. That's just not fair. And I think what is happening, because you have this image of Prince Charming coming in and he's going to make everything perfect, and however that may be in your head, is that it's making you come across as desperate. Okay? And people, guys and girls, are not attracted to people who act desperate. And even though you might not be coming out and saying it, you're giving off the vibes and you're not realizing it. You're really not. So this desperation does come from a lack of self-confidence and self-esteem. So you might want to, if you're, being single, you might want to put the brakes on the dating scene for a little bit and get your head together. And I don't mean that in a bad way. When our self-confidence is down, normally that's when we meet the worst kinds of people. But I think maybe you might be shying some people away too because of that desperate energy that you're giving off. So I would definitely work on your solar plexus chakra. Utilize things like peach moonstone or yellow jasper or citrine. And I'd also maybe incorporate a little bit of pink, either pink tourmaline or rose quartz, because that's going to give you a little bit of self-love and a little bit of empathy to go easy on yourself. But you need to figure out what is the root cause of your low self-confidence, okay? And I think once you figure out that and work on that, let go of things. If there's deep-seated trauma, you need to work on those shadow things to raise your self-confidence, because Scorpio, you are fantastic. You're a wonderful catch. But just like you don't want anybody that's desperate, neither does anybody else. And I'm not calling you desperate. Please don't take it like that. I'm just saying that's the air the energy that people are picking up. All right. And, we all in life have our bouts of self-confidence issues, and that's normal. But you need to realize how beautiful you are inside and out, and love yourself for the person that you are. Don't be something you're not. Don't expect anybody else to fix your life. The only person, Scorpio, my single Scorpios, that can fix your life is you. Okay? All right, I'm going to grab some water. Hold on a second, please. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about health. Now, before I pull this card over, I just want to say with health, please remember that anything that I talk about spiritually or holistically, whether it's crystals, tarot, sound healing, sage, essential oils, those things are not supposed to replace medical treatment. They're supposed to complement it, okay? So if you're sick or you're hurt or you're injured, please, please, please call your doctor. If it's an emergency, dial 911, okay? Holistic healing is supposed to work in conjunction with medical healing. All right. And I am not here to diagnose anything either or recommend treatment. I may recommend crystals and things like that, but it's not quote unquote treatment. And you got, another major arcana card. So these are some big issues. And the world, okay? All right. This is actually a fantastic. I hate when I get bad energy health cards because it's like, okay, you got to be ethical and you got to be compassionate. But this is a great, great card. If you've been doing any kind of suffering, whether it's from a chronic illness or something long-term, long-term physical therapy, you're going to see some relief finally. You are definitely on the road to recovery. It's been long and hard, but don't give up now. You're going to come through this and you're going to see yourself in a really good space health-wise, lots more energy and, just doing things right. So that's really all I can say. This is a really fantastic card that you can get. So there's nothing else for me to say. Just hang in there if you've been dealing with something. The universe is saying you're going to come out of this really beautifully. Okay? That's a really good card. All right, let's talk about spiritual. Let's do a spiritual check-in. And what the universe, Scorpio, wants to tell you is Wheel of Fortune. See, I had called that. I saw the wheel. Lots of circles too. Circles in spirituality, because this has a circle. Well, you can't see the whole circle, but there's a circle going on back there. There's a little circle in this card. Circle is great. It represents protection, rebirth, renewal. So circles are great. Anyway, spirituality, the Wheel of Fortune. This is a fantastically cool card to get. This is saying that there's lots of synchronicities going on in your life right now. And if you're not seeing them, open that third eye. Get it open. Get some Super 7. I sell it. Get that third eye open. Cool synchronicities going on. Lots of synchronicities. You're probably seeing maybe 1111 all the time or 222. You may be dreaming some of the same things over and over again, or you're hearing the same song over. Lots of synchronicities are happening. Lots of signs from the universe. Pay attention to signs, things like feathers on the ground. Let's say if you're walking in a green field and way off in the distance, you see something yellow and it's the only yellow thing you see. That is a sign, okay? I'm sorry, I'm excited with this card because fate, Scorpio, is smiling on you. Big old smile, okay? The universe is guiding you on your spiritual path. It is introducing you to new people that are going to help you in your path. It is introducing you to new ideas, new techniques. Could be, maybe you're already into crystals. Maybe it's going to expose you to new crystals. But the universe is definitely guiding you on your path. Wonderful, wonderful, great card to get. That's so exciting. I love good cards. All right. Nothing more I could say to that. So pay attention to the synchronicities. If you are having problems with those synchronicities, definitely get some meditation in on that third eye chakra. You can do a whole guide. I have, I think it's like 14 minutes long. It's the main 7 chakras. That's going to help your solar plexus as well. It's your heart chakra. It's all 7 chakras in 14 minutes. It's a really great video. Good meditation video. All right, let's see. As far as negative energy, this could be you. It could be somebody coming into your space. And this says, don't worry about the name on the bottom. That has to do with who the cards are depicted of. I don't know if it's a book or what. But it says loyalty. All right. Well, everybody wants loyal people in our life, okay? But remember the law of attraction. Whatever we put out comes back to us. If we put out good things in the world, good things come back to us times 3. If we put out negative energy in the world, it comes back to us times 3. So if you're expecting people to be loyal, you need to be loyal. And I'm not saying you're cheating on anybody, but what I'm saying is, if you give somebody your word, keep it. If you say, oh, I'll help you move Saturday, and Saturday comes along and you rather sleep in and, oh, I can't, I gotta go, I forgot to tell my grandma I'm coming over. That's not good. Being honest, all those things, whatever you do in terms of loyalty will come back to you, okay? So in your near future, just be really careful of not being quote unquote loyal. And as I said, loyal, I'm not just talking about lying or cheating. I'm talking about keeping your word as well, because that can come back to bite you. Okay, I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit. All right. But other than that, just, be aware of that. I do think it's your energy that could be, putting out that not loyal energy. Okay. Alrighty. So as far as crystals goes, let's pull a card and see what you get. And you got Stibnite, conflict. First of all, this doesn't even look like Stibnite. Okay, I usually like these cards. And because this is actually Stibnite, and actually I don't want to touch it. Actually, I just need to remember to wash my hands, because Stibnite is considered poisonous. It's not poisonous to touch, but like if, I rub my eyes with it, or I go and touch a sandwich with it and eat it, if you ingest it, it's poisonous. I used to keep it in a case, but it's too pretty for that. I love Stibnite, but as you see, it looks nothing like the card. And Stibnite is known for, if you look closely, you see all these like points. That's what Stibnite is known for. And I'm going to set this back down because I'm getting Stibnite all over me, and I really don't want to do that. So I got to really remember to wash my hands. Hold on. Okay. So it says conflict. And I don't think it's conflict like fighting, because Stibnite, I love Stibnite. It is one of the best manifestation stones. It is great with synchronicities, which that plays into what we were talking about with your spirituality. So conflict, I don't know if I would call conflict. What I'm going to say with this, because of the fact with Stibnite and Stibnite, yeah, it can help with areas of conflict in your life, whether it's conflict with yourself or things of that nature. Stibnite is best known for its manifestation powers, and it's helping you really see and understand synchronicities in the world. So I'm thinking that this card got pulled, more by, the universe had me pull this to really reiterate your spiritual path, and, to pay attention who the universe is putting you in touch with, and the things that you're learning, and the things that are being taught to you. Really pay attention. And those synchronicities are going to really help you develop that third eye, really open up your psychic channel, which we all have that. But again, it's not conflict. This is definitely dealing with synchronicity. So most people don't have Stibnite. I am still, for you guys, sticking with Super 7. That would be my crystal for you. And I don't even know if Super 7, hold on. See, now I have to look. I don't even know if Super 7 is a card in here. Because I know some of these, I don't use this deck a lot, because there's some cards in here that are like really super, super rare. And there's cards in here of some crystals that I don't even have. And I have a lot. Sorry, I just wanted to see if it was in here to see what it says. Yeah, no Super 7, unfortunately. If you have Super 7, I would definitely be working with Super 7. Keep it on your nightstand. Keep it with you. That's really going to help you with this. All right, Scorpio. Well, that is all I have for you. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go wash my hands. Please make sure you read all the description below. Check out yournaturalhealer.com. My website has just grown so wonderfully. There's so much on there, so check it out. And also follow me on Facebook if you have a Facebook account. Lots of information there, funny memes, essential oil recipes, just lots of great stuff that, you know, I can't necessarily do here on YouTube. So check out my Facebook channel. With that being said, Scorpio, I hope that, again, you subscribe, like, and I hope to see you, in air quotes, in future videos. So thank you again for sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you 1,000 times. Go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.